Hey everyone, Glenn Hausman back here with another special mini-sode of No Vacancy Live. Very excited because we've had so many great interviews. I'm really excited for this one. Why? Because I've got Julienne Smith of IHG. How are you, Julienne?
I'm doing great, Glenn. Thanks for having me.
It's so great to see you in person. You've done our show a couple of times, but to have you right next to me here, very, very special to be together. How's it feel being out in public at an event like the Lodging Conference again?
It feels great. You know, we got here Monday. It's now Wednesday afternoon. I've had a couple of days of great meetings, fun, dinner. Being together in person is really special.
About 3 hours of sleep. Yeah, I know how these things things go.
Exactly.
It is the way it is, right?
Right.
So you had some exciting news recently. You got in on the collection game. You're doing a Vignette Collection. And honestly, I'm a little discombobulated. Could you give us the details, the specific details of what that is, what makes it different, why people are going to be attracted to partnering with you on this brand?
Sure. Well, if you think about IHG, particularly in the Americas, only about 25% of our portfolio is identified with luxury, lifestyle, or premium. And over the last 10 years, we've really made great strides in growing that segment. We bought Kimpton, Regent, Six Senses. We launched Voco, and now we've launched Vignette.
Crazy.
Yeah,
right.
So we've been busy. We've been catching up with what our consumers are asking for and how we can best distribute ourselves in markets. So Vignette is our upper upscale to luxury soft brand. So today there's a lot of conversion opportunities because of the market that we're in. These are assets that are probably independent. Maybe they're taking business that they'd otherwise not like to take. They'd like to have a brand that can plug in or they can plug into and enjoy the rewards program. So we've announced the brand with 2 signed deals in Thailand and Australia. Thank you. I've not personally been to either of those markets because
you're not getting to Australia anytime soon.
I know. I tried. Trust me.
That would be so great. Australians can't even get to Australia these days.
I know.
So, all right. So, talking about that particular brand, I think it's these types of things are at the right time in the right place. And one of the things that we talk about are brands are taking over. But this gives an opportunity for independent-minded hoteliers to still have a brand. And because it's associated with IHG, might have a little bit easier time getting financing for a project, I'm guessing, right? So what are owners thinking when it comes to making a decision in general to go to a soft brand and specifically towards Vignette?
They look at the entire system, right? So you look at who you're plugging into, right? IHG has 6,000 hotels worldwide, got millions and millions of loyalty members who stay with us, right? And they want to be able to stay with us continuously in all markets that they travel to. So that's step one. Step two is if their property is in good condition, it's probably a relatively light property improvement plan, right? A little bit of signage at the door so you can identify that you're with Vignette, but that's really it. So it's like a brand of one, and you can preserve that essence.
Yeah, but it also gives you the brand of many, so that way you can get those reservations to your door, win over their love, and give them a great independent experience. What is it like trying to sell that type of product versus a traditional type of hotel brand, like some of your other ones that you recently introduced that are doing well, like Atwell Suites, for example?
Yeah, Atwell Suites is doing great. Abbott is doing great. That's a whole different proposition, right?
Right, totally different. I don't want people to get confused. I just mentioned it because it's in the same family.
Mm-hmm. What we could talk about is why would somebody do a Kimpton or an Intercontinental versus a Vignette, right? And they're hard brands with great performance behind it, right? So if someone's looking at, hey, I just want a brand to tell me what to do, to put into the hotel, what the F&B looks like and so forth, help me program it, then you're choosing Kimpton. If you're looking for, a larger hotel with more meeting space, maybe attract the international traveler, if you're building in the US, then you go Intercontinental. Vignette is different, right? You've already have your brand, right? You're your brand of one, as I mentioned. Mm-hmm. You don't want to make a lot of changes. You don't want to kind of make the Kimpton experience because that's not what you're going for. So it's really that between Intercontinental and Kimpton proposition, I would say.
Yeah, that's interesting. Is there a particular type of human being that wants to go towards a soft brand versus a branded brand?
Well, I think it runs across demographics. A lot of people talk about millennials, but I think there's a millennial mindset of wanting to be, at the place that's Instagrammable. It's unique. They've got this great restaurant. It's the only restaurant. It's Michelin star, whatever it might be. That person is probably not staying at a Holiday Inn Express or, even a Crown Plaza or something that is a little bit more of a traditional brand, right? They want something different. But again, the owner wants something they can plug into that's going to be profitable and allow them to, enjoy some returns. So I think it's that person looking for an experience, right? We talk about that a lot lately. Hotels provide experience, not just a place to stay. Sometimes it is. Sometimes you're flying in and out somewhere. You just need a place to sleep. But oftentimes you want a great meal. You want a place to sort of call home while you're exploring the neighborhood. So it's really about creating that unique experience, and in this case, towards the upscale to luxury experience level.
Yes, I really like these particular types of hotels because I think the problem that independent hotels have is breaking through to this mindset. I do love those experiences, but it's so hard for me to understand all the other brands, right? Because each hotel is its own independent brand. But by linking with a soft brand, that creates the shortcut for me as a consumer to understand exactly what I'm getting in terms of experience, not in terms of you have this specific cookie or bedspread. Right?
Yeah, and it's the promise. It's the brand promise, right? It's going to be clean. It's going to be safe. You're going to have a TV that works. I mean, all of the things that take sort of the nervousness out of a consumer or a guest traveling to an independent hotel that's unaffiliated. You really don't know what you're going to get. And there's a thing called Photoshop, right? You can adjust photos, right? But if you're part of
there's some hoteliers I know that should use Photoshop.
If you're part of a master brand, you're going to trust that it's safe, it's clean, and you're going to get some expectations met.
Right. And I also think bankers, again, like that sort of affiliation a little bit more. Yes. Makes it a little bit easier for people to get that money to build these hotels. Any final thoughts from you, Julienne?
I'm really glad to be here at the lodging conference. It's been busy. It's been productive. I've had a lot of great meetings. I've seen some old friends. It's like we were just here, last week, right?
Right, even though it was 2 years.
So we all look a little bit older. Maybe some of us a little bit more refreshed because we've had a chance to stay off the loaded. No, me neither. But I'm glad to be back on the road. It's good to see everybody, and I'm glad to see you, Glenn.
I'm glad to see you too, and I'm glad to see absolutely everybody here. How awesome is it that we get back to be doing what we're loving? Not to take away from all that amazing family time we had, though, right? Exactly. Never want to take away from that. All right, everybody. Julienne Smith, thank you so much. Remember, soft brands are a great opportunity to really be able to create a property that you love for yourself, the essence of who you are as a human being, but still tap into the power of an incredible brand like IHG and Vignette Collection. I'm Glenn Hausman. Thanks so much for watching. We'll be back soon with another mini episode, or maybe not. Maybe I'll just get lost in the Arizona desert. I don't know. We'll find out.